you. Wait, wrong way. 1, 2, princes kneel before you. That's what I said now. Princes who adore you. Just go ahead now. Moon has diamonds in his pockets, and that's some bread now. This one wants to buy you rockets, and in his head, yeah. And this one has got a princely racket. That's what I said now. And this one is a seal upon his jacket. Ain't in his head now. You marry him. Oh no, wait. That's not the part. I got it wrong. Marry him. Your father will condone you. How about that now? You marry me. Your father will disown him. He'll eat his hat now. Marry him or marry me. I'm the one that loves you, baby, can't you see? You ain't got no future or family tree. But I know what a prince and a ought to be now. Know what a prince and lover ought to be now. Said if you want to call me baby, just go ahead now. And if you like to tell me maybe, just go ahead now. And if you wanna buy me flowers, just go ahead now. And if you like to talk for hours, just go ahead now. Oh, the song must be over, right? No! Said 1, 2, princes kneel before you. That's what I said now. Princes who adore you. Then that's the head now. One has diamonds in his pockets, and that's some bread now. And this one wants to buy you rockets. Ain't in his head now. Marry him or marry me. I'm the one that loves you, baby, can't you see? No future or family tree, but I know what a prince and lover ought to be. Yeah, know what a prince and lover ought to be now. So if you want to call me baby, just go ahead now. And if you want to tell me maybe, just go ahead now. And if you like to farm me rockets, just go ahead now. And if you want to do some other stuff, just go ahead now. And if you want to do some cool stuff, just go ahead now. And if you want to fuck your cousin, it should be legal. Why does the government have to get involved? I'm a libertarian. If you want to call me baby, just go ahead now. And if you like to tell me maybe, just go ahead now. And if you'd like to talk for hours, just go ahead now. Whoa. Oh, your majesty, just go ahead now. Come on, get the king and marry me. Just go ahead now, come on. Just go ahead now, yeah. Just go ahead now, yeah. Just go ahead now. And if you want to buy me flowers, well, you just go ahead now. Thank you all so very, very much. Let's start the show. Go ahead now and I think I'm just singing the riff to that Lit song for some reason. That's what I'm singing in my head. The one that goes. It's no surprise to me, I am my own worst enemy. 'Cause every now and then I kick the living shit out of me. smoke alarm is glowing off, and there's a cigarette still burning. Please tell me why. Why? I don't know how that goes. I forget the rest of it. It's not important. We're not here to play alt-rock classics from the late 2000s, 90s. Where are we at? I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand. Okay? And I'm never going to understand. So don't sit there and try to tell me. Lamp Boob says, I sleep with my clothes on every night. Me too. That's true. Oh, wait. We have, okay, so this has just been playing in the back here. Let me stop that. Sorry. I had it open in another tab. The live stream. It's not important. Guys, in that song, Lamp Boob makes a good point. He's like, I'm sleeping with my clothes on. Like, he's like, I'm such a bender. I slept with jeans on last night, which is wild. Just imagine he's like an AA or something like that, you know? And then other people are like, yeah, man. So then I got so drunk, I ran over my kid with a car. And he goes, yeah, I fucking get that, dude. I slept with my socks on. I forgot to take those off. Quackalit says, is this Bon Jovi? Don't ever accuse me of being Italian. Never. Okay? I'm deeply offended. Jordan says, am I going to be arrested by YouTube lawyers for illegally streaming this John Mayer concert? You'll be fine for that, but I do think they're eventually going to arrest you for being straight. Okay? Straight, white, Christian males are being persecuted in this country. Do you understand that? Now, granted, they have recently thrown us a bone. They've announced that Kevin Costner's Horizon, an American Saga, is coming to HBO Max, which isn't called that. It's just Max. Drop the HBO. It's cleaner. That is going to be available for us to view on our big TVs, standing up with our hands behind our back. So, you know, yeah, there's some pluses and minuses to being a white male. You know, they are going to put us in FEMA re-education camps as they collapse Western civilization. But on the other hand, I think they're going to let Costner make the third Horizon movie. So we got that going on. Lamp Boob says, I accidentally pooped on the wall in the hallway, but that's cool. You didn't change into jammies. Exactly. I was at a parent-teacher conference, and I was so drunk, I just pissed myself right there. And the teacher called the cops on me. It was horrible. Yeah, I fucking get it, dude. I did not put on my Cookie Monster pajamas, and I definitely could have. Hi, guys. Welcome to the Von Gino Predicament live stream. It's Friday. It's the 16th of April. May the 16th be with you. Hope you guys are having fun out there. How we doing this Friday? Anyone got any fun plans for this weekend? Sip up. Have a little bevy. A little bevy right there. What are we drinking? How are we doing? We got stuff to talk about today, guys. We're gonna delve heavy. Oh, Lamp Boob says it's my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. Happy birthday, Lamp's dad. Restream says like and subscribe, you losers. So I think this is officially working, where I set this up to, like, on a regular basis, just post that. And that's good, and you should do that. So please, never forget. Much like 9/11, you should never forget to like and subscribe. And as you're doing it, as you're clicking the thumbs up button, go, this is like 9/11. This is very similar. But anyway, big ups to Lamp's father, whose penis created her through cum, is how that works. At one point, I think about 17, 18 years ago, roughly, you know, he just got back from a Frey concert he'd gone to with her mom. Quackalit says, is this guy bald? I quite frankly, don't know what that is. And how do you delete a comment? There's no, I have a lovely head of hair. I'm going to touch it, and I'm touching it, and you guys don't know that I'm touching it. So actually don't worry about it. Okay? I have to wear this beanie, not because I'm bald. Stop saying that. And also, I thought the radical left was against body shaming. Now, all of a sudden, I am bald, and I have a weird dick, and shouldn't be sending it in Slack messages to 12-year-olds. Yeah, exactly. Okay? But first off, I need to wear this beanie at all times. Because otherwise, if I take it off, even one single time, Antifa, they fooled my ass. They're going to come. What you don't know about Antifa, they're very, very well funded by a combination of George Soros and Kathy Griffin. And at all times, they have satellites circling the earth. And if they ever get a glimpse of me without this beanie,
They're sending down Antifa super soldiers in pods. Is it like the beginning of Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds? Many are saying, I can neither confirm nor deny. They shoot right down in there. And, they fool my ass. Jordan says, since I'm so persecuted this weekend, I'm going to say the N-word. Hell yeah, man. That's cool, dude. I presume that N-word is, of course, Nilla wafers. Because you're so persecuted, you deserve an ice cream sundae. And get some Nilla wafers on the side of that thing, man. Also, can we all agree, we got to tackle the real tough issues here, which is that ice cream sundae, too broad. Too broad a term. You say, I'm going to go get an ice cream sundae. It would be like, I'm going to go to the restaurant and get a soup. Like, wait, I need more information, okay? I kind of realized that doesn't make sense as I was saying it. It was like, yeah, it's okay that it's broad. The better example would be like, I'm going to go get a sandwich. You'd be like, okay, that could be any number of different things, So, quite frankly, I kind of messed up on that one, and I am sorry, and I do apologize. Happy to be here, ladies and gentlemen, here in beautiful Columbuston, Ohio, which is where I'm stealing the Wi-Fi signal from. I don't live in beautiful Columbuston. I live in regular Columbuston, and we're about to be the home, okay? We're about to be the home of future Vice President and one-time Academy Awards name mentioned in at some point, probably, J.D. Vance, Juris Doctorate Vance. We're going to talk all about him. He's from here in Columbuston, and I know he's giving these interviews, and he's claiming, I'm from Middleton, Ohio. And that's not true. Middleton does not exist. It's a weird, insane fiction made up by some weird nonsense loser. Columbuston is the real place, okay? That's where he's from. And even though he refuses, okay, to acknowledge his ancestral roots, he does come back every year for the high school reunion just to bully me again. He says I'm the most easily bullied person he's ever seen. And then and then last time he goes, hey, next time I see you, I'm going to have nuclear codes, you fucking asshole. So I don't know about all that, but we're going to talk about that. We're going to get into, our relationship, me and Juris Doctorate. But I'm alone in the house right now. Quacklet, J.D. Vance. Haha, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Shit, why didn't I think of that? Fuck. Next time he's bullying me, he's like, shoving my head into the toilet. He does let me out to breathe. And he keeps saying one time he's not gonna, and he's gonna kill me. And fuck my dead body. He does say that, but I think he's kidding. But when he lets me out of it, I'm going to go more like J.D. Vance. And then that'll show him. Lampoop says, sent to dad. You sent like this clip to your dad? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I hope he's like, I do remember that Frey concert I went to before I busted inside your mother. Before I was like, shit, I'm just too fucking jerk off in a Davenport fans. We're going to talk all about these spurless accusations that he's fucked a couch. And there is no evidence that you've seen. Listen, in Columbuston, it is tradition to bring furniture to prom. All right, you need some place to sit. And also, it has been declared officially in Columbuston gay to have sex with a woman. That is illegal here due to being gay. You can't. You're gonna fuck a pussy? That's where dicks go. Gross. So executive producer mom Nancy, she's first off, both in terms of on the list and in terms of weight. She's getting that one. We have associate co-producer Zach. I will not call him dad. I will not call him dad. Do not try to make me. He's trying to make me. Okay, he's maybe been talking to J.D. Vance, Juris Doctorate Vance, and maybe J.D. Vance says when he gets in the White House, they're going to make it legally mandated for me to call him dad. And I don't know about all that. Also with associate co-producer, Zach Jr., not stepbrother. He's very happy to be here. He's enjoying himself. He's been recently volunteering for the Kamala campaign, but he calls himself a sleeper agent. And by that he means, listen, there have been reports that he's fucked Tim Walz. We don't know for sure, okay? He has him saved in his phone as Tim Backwalls, presumably because he's blowing it out. The Inflicted says technically he had sex with a latex glove that was in a couch. People need to stop lying about that. That's a very, very good point. I think, and I demand CNN retract all of its stories, all of them, not just the J.D. Vance one, every story about Gaza, every story from way back, okay? Was CNN around when the Challenger exploded? Retract that story, okay? And then instead publish, and it'll say, whatever, August 1982. The byline will still be there. So 8 dead, millions mourn. But then the top line headline will say, J.D. Vance has not fucked a couch. He put some jelly in a Ziploc bag, microwaved that, put that in the couch cushions, and fucked that. Okay? Honestly, and they need to hire me to work on the campaign, most relatable thing he said. He's like, yeah, I fucking came weird when I was 15. What about it? That would get it. It's all the other stuff where he's like, I think that if you haven't produced any children yet, you need to work on getting your ova cataloged in a spreadsheet. Like, that's the shit that's weird. If he's like, no one wanted to fuck me in 1999, so I figured it out, then I'd be like, all right, I get it. Duke Vulture says what's under the beanie, and you will be banned. We've established that what's under the beanie, I would never say this. Some are calling it Fabio-esque. Okay, if I take this beanie off, you're not going to see anything. This whole room is going to be filled with long, flowing hair. It's sort of a combination of Fabio and, of course, a horse, Mr. Ed. Okay? And I have to wear the beanie because if Antifa ever sees me without it, they fold my ass. Mm-hmm. So anyway, the family, a.k.a. production crew, a.k.a. family, they're not here right now. They're currently protesting. They're out. They're holding signs demanding that something be done about men participating in women's sports in the Olympics. Yeah. They're mad it doesn't happen way more. They would like, that's, Jordan says, the most straight version of Fabio. If you imply for a second that Fabio isn't straight, okay? Do you understand? Few dicks have been less dry than Fabio circa 1993, I'm going to guess. The point is, they want women to have the shit beaten out of them in the Olympics constantly, okay? They heard about it. They're like, what's this news information I'm getting here? Men are beating women in the Olympics. Finally, they've been reading our fan letters to have wife beating added as a sport. Why isn't that there? And then everyone was like, I don't know about this. Then they saw that Australian bitch do some breakdancing, and they were like, all right. Why don't we just combine the two viral stories and have the man beat the shit out of the Australian breakdancer? It's big news, guys. The Olympics. Ugh. And by the way, if they did add wife beating as a sport, Italy takes the gold every year. I think we got to agree. The Italian wife beating team is going to be like the American basketball team in the 90s. We're talking a real dream team, okay? Lampboob says, it's crazy men who love punching women in the face didn't figure this trick out sooner. Great point. Goddamn. Women are lucky that men are stupid. David Watson says, Dana White, Olympian. Has he beaten anybody up? What's the deal? He owns the UFC. He was at the Tom Brady roast briefly. He, unlike me, is bald. I've just summed up the entirety of my knowledge about Dana White. That being said, I would love to offer commentary. Dana, I know, listen, we all heard it. Joe Rogan recently went against you and betrayed you and endorsed RFK Jr., which, by the way, I'm doing at the same time as I'm not doing it. I would like to endorse RFK Jr., which I'm also not doing. I'm going to endorse him because I think he's the best candidate, and at the same time, Trump's the best candidate. It only makes sense. So anyway, the Italians are going to win if wife beating is added to the Olympics, followed by the Greeks, and then the Chinese. All right. If not because they're the best at wife beating, but in terms of quantity, not quality, there's so many wives. China has so many wives. So boxing's done as a sport. It's over. Women's boxing specifically. It was fun while it lasted. We enjoyed it. Hope you have the time of your life. See you at the crossroads, RIP. And we'll miss it. It's been destroyed now by men participating in it. And so I made this little video to, of course, commemorate the death of female boxing. Rest in power.
Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would it be the same if I saw you in heaven? I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven.
R.I.P. we just killed the club. Drank Patron out the bottle, almost killed the thug. Right now I'm so high, I can't feel the drug. Too many haters in the air, I don't feel the love. Look, R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. What? R.I.P. we just killed the club. Yeah, R.I.P. to the head, I killed the thug. I'm in a brand new drop top Rory with 3 bitches. Tight to be in the middle of trial with 3 snitches. And I hit up every club in your city, where niggas at? I be in every club in the hood, where niggas at? Pull up, jump out, stun like I was baby on my cocaine cowboy shit.
All right, computer, look up, do women participate in other sports? And can we stop them? We're back. Hi, guys. How's it going, everyone? Oh, my God. So, yeah, sports are dead. Women destroyed them, as they do everything. And they want to be like, we're the best in soccer. Yeah, how you can be good at soccer when you get your period? Thank you all. Thank you all so much for coming out. Oh, that's a great point. Jordan said, I heard Michelle Obama is transing back to being a man just to beat up women. That's what people don't talk about a lot. You can be transed back, you know? Like, it's not, you know, we obviously, you know, they're transing the kids with the vaccine. We all know. We all get it. But if you got a kid who's already transed, give them the COVID vaccine again, okay? Yep. It goes right back. And this is also true, by the way. So if you take one COVID vaccine, you get transed, okay? You take a second one, all right, the booster, you get untransed. Third one, dick gets bigger. That's how that works. But then the fourth one, you end up voting Democrat. Oh my God. I'm looking... Okay. I'm just reading here, and I should really bring these up because they're very funny. Lamp is posting in the Discord messages she has gotten from her father. Post them right here. So, let me see. How do I do this? Copy image. Will this just paste on here? No, not quite. So she sent her dad a message where, happy birthday, Lamp's dad. I assume that for me. And by the way, she has her dad saved as DADD in her phone. But, and this is important to note, in the screenshot she sent over, 100% battery. So congrats on that. Happy birthday, Lamp's dad. Assume that for me. Ha ha ha. Then he says, Godfather. I think it's more descriptive. He's the Godfather in this situation. What exactly is going on here? Who's the Godfather? Okay? All old men just want to be the Godfather because they get all the right messages for mafia movies. Then he texted back, Mom was going to have a get-together for me, but then she got mad and canceled it. Well, actually, I got mad and she canceled. And then he put a goofy smiley face. And then he just posted what appears to be a sticker of the late Ian Holm in the film Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. And that's me when I get bad. And then she responded, it's Bilbo. It's Bilbo. It's Bilbo. For a double dose of Dadden, the Inflictant said. That's a great... And first off, I'm going to demand all the women save me in their phone as Steve Vongina with 2 Ds. Where does the D go? I thought you'd ask. In your fucking ass. That's where the D goes. Anyway, I think that'll be a good end of the segment about female sports that I'm going to clip later. So we got that. How else are you guys doing? I got more to talk about, but I'll also take questions. If anyone in the comments would like for me to talk about something, I'm all ears. All right, I'll post it right here. If you want Steve to discuss a topic, please post it here. You filthy piggies. Oink, 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 oink. Oink, 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 oink. So, here's something I want to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. Something very important we need to discuss. Donald Trump, currently running for president. He's out there. And the thing about Donald Trump, okay, I'm neutral. I am a moderate centrist. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. That being said, if you are a Democrat, you're a pedophile. But, I'm not like going to pick a side. I'm not saying if I'm for or against pedophiles. I'm just saying you are a pedophile. Like, that's not, you draw your own conclusions, buddy. Okay? I'm just saying. So Donald Trump is running for president. He is the only hope for Western civilization. And if we do not elect him, they're going to trans you, untrans you, and then trans you again, but in the bad way, just to prove they can do it. Okay? So he's running. And then meanwhile, there's a guy named Elon Musk. We're going to talk about it, Jordan. Jordan's mentioning it. Elon Musk. He is, some say, the richest man in the world. And not just in terms of money, although he has a bunch of it. He's the richest in terms of spirit, in terms of knowledge and wisdom, and children and ex-wives who love him and respect him and respond to his text messages. All of them. Every day he wakes up, from a text from one of his many ex-wives, just going, well, Elon, I miss the penis. You have a normal penis and you're a cool guy. I miss it when you dick me down so good and then show me the hottest that boy memes. Why you not show me that no more, Elon? And that's how Grimes actually talks. People don't know that. He's a real-life Tony Stark. He invented an Iron Man outfit and, in fact, fights crime, by going to the border and doing Iron Man stuff against immigrants. He just, flies to the border and he just shooting Iron Man sensors, but it's just killing Guatemalans. And, and again, Restream tells you to like and subscribe, you losers, as you definitely should. So, yeah, he's cool. He's great. And he recently purchased X.com, a website that's always been called that. Some people think it has some other name. They're lying to you. It's always been X. What a cool website. Damn. When you hear X.com, you're not like, this must be some really cool pornography purveyor who bought it in 1998, when everyone was like, the internet? That's a silly game. You think people are going to buy pornography on the internet? Let me tell you something. The first man to ever go to Mars, and I think they'll do it in 2003, that man will be jacking off to fine American paper. Don't even bother with the internet. And the guy goes, I'm buying X.com. And he did. And Elon Musk paid a lot of money for X.com. Much like he paid $44 billion, both for the URL and for the website. He had paid $44 billion just for free speech because he believes in it that much. Now can he enforce it so every time he logs in, Cat Turd has to call him Lay Epic? Maybe, but that's just a side benefit, okay? And sure, there are some reports that after agreeing to pay $44 billion for it, he kind of, in a late-night ketamine-fueled haze, said, oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck. I actually have to pay this now? Oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck. I'm suing to get out of it. Oh shit, oh fuck, I fucked up. No one likes me. Fuck, I'm not cool. Why won't Cat Turd call me epic? Fuck, shit, fuck, I have a fucking gun in my mouth. I want to fucking die. I'm Elon Musk. That didn't happen. And stop saying that, okay? Did he file that lawsuit? Yes, okay? He was forced to by Antifa, the super soldiers, because he doesn't wear the beanie. So they caught him, and they got him at gunpoint. By the way, I have a gun right here, and I'm still going to keep doing this for a gun. And they said, listen, you son of a bitch, file this lawsuit, or we're going to kill your children. He goes, not my children, my most precious possessions. I love them. And then all the children says, Daddy, you will protect us. Don't let these bad men take us. We love you, Daddy. Oh, my God. These Antifa soldiers are being really mean to fossil fuel companies just because they're racist against fossil fuel CEOs, Daddy. So, you know, he managed to defeat Antifa. They came back, as they always kind of do. It sucks. And he consequently bought X.com and started a free speech empire, ladies and gentlemen. And part of that was agreeing to do an interview with whoever wants it. So recently, he sat down and did an interview. And I said with whoever wants it, and that's true. If you want to do a 2-hour interview with Elon Musk, just email him. Elon M. Lay Epic Bacon Rafflecopter at X.com. Send him an email. He'll do it, and it'll work out great. So this past week, Tuesday, I think it was, he did an interview with Donald Trump that, first off, started on time. Don't even listen, okay? Because it's always whatever time they said it was going to start somewhere, okay? He said it was going to start at 7. Maybe it started at 8:30. Maybe 8:30 actually is 7 in Guatemala, okay? And he wants to give them something to watch so they stop trying to come here. It only makes sense. So I thought we'd watch Elon Musk's interview, okay, with Donald Trump. And by watch, I mean listen to it. It was in fact not. It was no video. Okay, so gotta, where am I gonna go? I guess I gotta look up, I gotta go find the interview. Was it on YouTube or was it just on X.com? I forget. I bet someone uploaded it to YouTube. Maybe we can check X.com, though. All right, guys. We've got, first off, time for a little Steveception. Let's do it. We're here. Who cares? Okay, was it on YouTube or was it just on X.com? Wait, what's behind me in this picture? Oh, this isn't good. I bet someone uploaded it to YouTube. Some Antifa broke in. Antifa broke in. All right, guys. And forced me to do this. First off, time for a little Steveception. Let's do it. We're here. Who cares? Okay, was it on YouTube or was it just on X.com? Wait, what's behind me in this picture? Oh, this is fun because if it's full screen, then I directly am in front of myself, so I can kind of go like this. Antifa broke in. And if I do this for every single one, then it's going to be like a cool multi-thing. Time for a little Steve. It'll be like the agents in the Matrix where you see it like go over and over again. Or was it just on X.com? Wait, what's behind me in this picture? Is this anyone's favorite segment? Anyone really enjoy Steveception? It is pretty good. I got to keep doing this. I got to do this for every single one. And force me. It's going to be like a cool multi-thing. Time for a little Steve. It'll be like the agents in the Matrix where you see it like. Now people don't know the Matrix. My fave, Hobo with the Shotgun, says you're damn right, Hobo with the Shotgun, and I will be playing music underneath this. I feel sad without it. Lamp Boop says we got to do it every week. It is maddening.
If you know how they live in Tokyo, if you see it, then you feel it, then you know you have to go. Fast and Furious, tick, tick. Fast and Furious, tick, tick, tick. That's me, Kamachi, live in Tokyo. If you see it, then you need it, then you know you have to go. Fast and Furious, tick, tick. Fast and Furious, tick, tick, tick.
What you might not know is that what he's actually rapping at this part is, you know, price control is communism. Price control is communism. Grocery stores need to charge as much as they want. If they charge less than $5 for Cheerios, that's communism. Give me Tic Tacs for $4. That's communism. That's communism. We're playing a different song. We're playing a different grime scream.
On the ocean, living big waves into motion, like a single word, make a heart open.
I think this might be the best Steveception segment ever. I need to clip this. This needs to be its own video on the channel. And it'll be say, watch this while on psychedelics. Definitely do this on psychedelics. This is your fight song. If you're listening to this, go fight someone. Go outside. Go outside and fight a homeless person. Punch them in the face. That's what they get for communism. All right, and this is kind of keep going. All right, so anyway, what did I say? Okay, so we're gonna watch the Elon Musk. Ooh, Hope with a Shotgun says, I'm gonna fight my cat. What kind of cat is it? I'm just wondering if it's got any shot at all. I think a human could kill most cats. Most like domestic cats. If it was like, you know, ooh, fun. Nope, they're boneless now. Lampboop says, I'm actually walking to 7-Eleven and will pass several boneless people. They unfortunately no longer have bones. And you did this. This is on you. Ahem. So we are going to watch some videos of Mr. Elon Musk. I think it's on X.com, a website that's always been called that. So whenever you log in to X.com, and by the way, follow me at Steve Vongino on X.com. Jordan says they didn't do video because Elon and Trump are so hot appearing on screen together and make everyone come too hard. That's a good point. The thing is, if they had to like look at each other's videos, they would just be jacking off the whole time. The whole thing would be... So what do we got here? The FBI is trending. RFK Jr. for president. Sydney Sweeney is trending. Check that out. See what's going on with that. That could be the whole stream. Why do I prepare bits? Why do I do any of this stupid bullshit? Just go on X.com. Sydney Sweeney. I might clip this as a video. Just put Sydney Sweeney in the title. Titties. Just imagine, first off. Look at my big ass titties. So Sydney Sweeney thinks she has big ass titties. Yeah, Glenn Powell, come a suck on D's. Lampboob says, so you can make clippies. I make all sorts of clippies. I always clip. And recently I've been getting into video shorts, YouTube shorts. I post on TikTok sometimes, but like it's hard because you got to like, you know, schedule. I mean, you can't auto schedule them. And so you got to manually do it on your phone and it sucks and it's stupid. But for YouTube shorts, you can do that. And actually been getting good traction on that. So Sydney Sweeney is trending. I wonder why. Let's see what she has to say. Wait. I'm just getting it from watching this video. Sydney Sweeney has had breasts this whole time? Sydney Sweeney has had breasts. I just thought she was a talented actress. The star, Madam Web. She played the Web. Sydney Sweeney. Oh, so this is from her Instagram. Sydney Sweeney recently. So first off, these are for me. You aren't allowed to look at them. They were sent to me specifically. Ooh, what else we got over here? This will be a YouTube short called Sydney Sweeney. Just called her name. Lamp says, I didn't know people our age were allowed on there. What, like 17, 18? Yeah, you have to be a little bit older. Well, people our age, you know, because we say 17, 18, we're actually like 15, 16. You're supposed to do when you're 18, but we lie. We click the box, even though we're not actually, you know, that age. It's pretty hot. Is this real or is this AI? I legitimately don't care. I don't know. I don't think I've jacked off to AI yet, but it'll happen. I'll do it. Maybe I have, and I don't know. I don't give a shit. Give me AI to Jeff. Fuck you. Hook me up to the Matrix. I'm taking that blue pill all day. TikTok, I thought you had to be 13. You can't do it if you're 12? Let 12-year-olds on TikTok. Stop it. Listen, this is the kind of stuff that the Trump campaign is honestly talking about. And the Kamala Waltz campaign, they're not talking about issues people care about. Let 12-year-olds on TikTok. Is it when they're most fertile? I cannot confirm nor deny. Okay, so she's been posting pictures of her butt. It'd be very funny if she just posted whole on Instagram. She just posted her holding her asshole wide open and you just see it and you're like, wow, I'm kind of the dog who caught the car on this one. I don't know what I want. Does anyone speak Spanish? What does this say? Los team culos y team tetes rando la grita con Sidney Sweeney. Is this like the whites? And okay. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Twitter's horny, and I respect that. So let's check out Elon Musk, his profile. He has 194.8. He's following 711 people. Like 7-Eleven. He's doing a joke. It's like a Slurpee. He's subscribed to 162 people. That's too much. So where? Okay, how do I? Media? Is that where I'm going to go to find the interview he did? Okay, so this is an out-of-context picture of empty store shelves. Fun. Restream again said like and subscribe, you losers. How often does it do that? Like every 20 minutes, every 30 minutes? Oh, he posted this. What the fuck is he post? Okay. This is a fun video. Oh, Lampoop says, hey, I just performed my first mod action to let Jordan say come. I approve of few things more than that. Everyone needs to say come. Did Trump replace J.D. Vance with Sidney Sweeney? Legally, no, because women aren't allowed to be vice president. It's never happened before. We've never at any point in history had a woman vice president. So here's what's interesting about this video. I would love to be in the room when Donald Trump first saw this. Because, you know, at some point he was like, did this happen? Was this actually happening? Why have I forgotten it? This is what my body looks like in my mind. I am this thin, so is Elon. Also, whoever made this in AI, whatever AI does these kind of things, and I assume by AI it just means, you know, a group of Bangladeshi children who are better at coding than we'll ever be. They sat down and it was like, give me a video of Elon Musk and Donald Trump dancing, and then how many prompts that they had to do to be like thinner. They were like the witch in the movie, thinner. Okay. So that's Elon Musk and J.D. Vance. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Was it hosted on Donald Trump's? Real Donald. It should, Elon, and I don't want to give you advice here, buddy. Okay, this is your platform. You're doing a great job. You send rockets to the moon. You've gotten Canadians pregnant. You know how hard that is? So I don't want to give you any tips here, but maybe make it easier to find the thing. I mean, it can't be that hard. It has 100 billion views, I've since been told, which is wild. There's only 7 billion people. And I would say roughly 1 billion of those, 1/7 are, you know, like indigenous people in the rainforest who've never come into contact with civilization. Even they've seen it multiple times, which is wild. Jordan says Gronk is woke, unfortunately. That's because no matter what you say, if you go, hey, can you write me a report about Eli Whitney and the cotton gin? It says, sure, the girl Ghostbusters. Fuck! All right, maybe it's on Real Donald Trump's. Okay, so this is pinned right here. Okay, here we go.
My apologies for the late
There we
start.
go.
We unfortunately had a massive distributed denial of service attack.
And this is how you know Elon is into technology. A lot of people go DDoS attack. He says denial, direct denial. What does he say? What's it again?
All right, hello everyone. My apologies for the late start. We unfortunately had a massive distributed denial of service.
Distributed denial of service. That's what DDoS stands for. Better than what I thought, which is dirty dicks on sinks. I thought that's what it was. Everyone at the X headquarters put their dirty dicks on a sink, and that consequently got rid of it. So yeah, he's pointing out here that the website was taken down, okay? Presumably by the Democratic Party, presumably by Tim Walz himself, who is a hacker man. He put on a leather trench coat. He started playing Aphex Twin. And he sat down and did a DDoS attack, which is when the tubes are full. When the internet can't work because there's too many tubes. That's how it works. There are a bunch of tubes that were heading to X, and then they break into smaller tubes. And a few of them were heading directly for this, this cool video featuring very cool pictures of people. Damn, how badass are they? And so hackers in the Democratic Party took this down. And Elon personally hopped in and recoded everything. That's what you don't know. He just hopped in, pulled up his VS Code, and just redid. He's writing mostly in HTML with a little Java. He knows a little Java. All right, he's in a React template. Using HTML5 and some Java for fetch requests. He consequently rebuilt the entirety of X.com from the ground up. That's how that works. Jordan says, thank you, Lamp, for making this a free speech platform. You're very, very welcome. We need to say cum and shit and fuck and ass and fuck ass and cum ass and shit ass. We can say that. And you can say that on Elon Musk's X.com. You can't say slurs like cisgender or Elon Musk looks like he has a dumpy ass. Elon Musk looks like he wears a diaper that goes up to right underneath his nipples and he keeps filling it up. And also it's a weirdly square diaper. You can't say on X.com crazy hate speech like Elon Musk titties look like a Cybertruck. If you say that, okay, you will be arrested.
Attack against our servers and saturated all of our data lines. Like basically hundreds of gigabits of data were saturated.
Now, what's funny about this is, first off, it is worth laughing because it is very funny to say saturated. That's a funny word. Also, I would love nothing more than Elon Musk and Donald Trump to both sit down and take a quiz on anything Elon Musk just said. Easy, multiple choice. See who does better.
We think we've overcome most of that, and so it's now time to proceed. But as this massive attack illustrates, there's
what a stunningly charismatic man. It is no surprise that he hosted one of the top-rated episodes of SNL of all time. I mean, I'm not, anything is the top as long as you make the list long enough, but he hosted SNL. He did that. He was the host. Musical guest, Miley Cyrus, maybe? Yes. Actually, both of these men have hosted SNL that we have in front of us. What if this just became like an episode of Fly on the Wall, the Dana Carvey podcast, and they're just talking about it? Let me tell you something, Lorne Michaels. Lorne Michaels, he pushes you hard, but he's like a dad to you, Lorne Michaels. Yes, that's true about Lorne. He likes popcorn and everyone knows that. By the way, my Elon Musk impression is becoming a Lorne Michaels impression. Duke Vulture says, let that sink in. I still don't fully get that. When he bought X.com, a website that's always been called that, he showed up holding a sink, and that's some reference to let that sink in. I don't get the bit you were doing on that one, Elon. That being said, better SNL host than Steven Seagal. You got to give him that.
There's a lot of opposition to people just hearing what President Trump has to say.
Mm-hmm. The Democrats took this down because if they can get this off, there will be no opportunity to hear Donald Trump say the things he's about to say. Okay? He spends over 2 hours discussing things he never talks about just in any open forum you can go to at any point.
And
yeah, if there's definitely one thing we know about Donald Trump is that he is silenced. He cannot get his message out there.
So, but I'm honored to have this conversation. I want to emphasize it's a conversation, and it's really intended.
Lampoop says I accidentally banned Restream Bot. Honestly, probably for the best.
Donald Trump is just
it was pretty annoying.
So it's hard to catch a vibe about someone if you just don't hear them talk in a normal way. And when when there's an adversarial interview,
okay, I fixed it. Lampoop's good. Watch it.
So
Now he's just such raw charisma, okay? He is wasting his time running a bunch of companies and tweeting every 5 minutes all day, making you go, do you sleep? For the love of God. You every 5 minutes will just retweet something from like Groiper 1488 69 420 going like, it looks like the Jews have invaded and now BET will be the only channel Comcast offers. And he'll just respond 3 exclamation marks and go, interesting, looking into it. That's how I always imagine it in my head, him saying it. Not like very sort of interesting, looking into that. So he does that every couple minutes. This is really exciting to watch. We're like a minute or two into it and we're captivated.
And this is really aimed at kind of open-minded, independent voters who...
That's me.
Just trying to make up their mind.
That's all you guys, too. You're all independent, open-minded.
So you can understand, like, what is...
We hear a lot about open-minded voters. What about open-butt voters, okay? David Watson says, just 2 completely normal penises. That's how they should have started this. Elon Musk should have gone, so let's say we'll get into a discussion about how someone tried to assassinate you, but first, how's your penis doing? Let me tell you, Elon, it's very normal. The normal penis, I walk in the room and say, wow, what a normal penis. And then he goes, that's good. My penis is very normal, too. I have at no point put a motor in it. Jordan asks, is it woke or base to be racist against bots? And first I read that against boys. Should you be racist against boys? Yes, because they're children. Once they've turned 18, or if they're Jewish, 7, then in that case, they are men. Prior to that, you be racist, which is to say you use the N-word against a 6-year-old Jewish boy. Say, what's up, Mike? Anyway.
What is it just like to have a conversation? So, honored to Donald, great to speak. We had a great conversation yesterday. As you mentioned yesterday, if we could just record that conversation and post it would have been excellent. I hope we can have something like that today.
So now we're finally letting Donald Trump talk. It's been a while. And I get it. Elon is so blazingly charismatic and just natural. Like all the great interviews, he kind of giggles between every word, you know? Like Frost Nixon, the guy's like, so Nixon, what if you were based? Watergate was my favorite meme. All right, Donald Trump's about to talk. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Well, I think we will. I'm pretty sure we will. And congratulations, because I see you broke every record in the book with so many millions of people, and it's an honor. We view that as an honor. And then you do want silencing of certain voices. Usually those are voices that have something to say that are constructive, oftentimes constructive. And so we have to consider it an honor, but congratulations on breaking every record in the book tonight.
And you can tell how sincere Donald Trump is about that. When he was told, hey, you don't get to appear on camera, and also it's going to be 30 minutes late, so you have to stay up 30 minutes later, he said, cool, man. I'm super glad to be here. I'm just glad to help Elon. He's my good friend. He's African, but don't hold that against him. Elon, he's African, but I love him. We love him.
It's great.
Well,
Good
thank
stuff.
you.
So let's jump ahead a little bit.
I have to give the Secret Service sniper, they call him, or
Hobo with a shotgun says, broke every record, including long jump. That's what I thought, too. Elon, you've broken every record. It's wonderful. Previous, the record for pancakes was 72 eaten in one sitting. You beat it. Congrats. So he's talking about his assassination attempt. You might remember this, okay? And the media refuses to talk about this with every story. Again, doesn't matter if it pertains or not. It's like, again, #1 movie at the box office, Deadpool 2, and also Donald Trump. Someone tried to kill him. Someone shot a bullet at him. And only through the grace and the gaze of Christian God, specifically Christian God. Jewish God was watching, was like, oh, fuck, I missed that, but Christian God got it. Thanks, man. I also want him alive. Muslim God said, I want him alive too. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. It's me, Muslim God. It's me, Allah, Muhammad. I'm doing an impression of Muhammad right now. How's it going, guys? What's up? What's up? I'm Muslim God. And I know that I should be against Donald Trump, but he's just so charismatic. I just love him. That's what happened. So the gods diverted the bullet away from Donald Trump's head. It nicked his ear, which is unfortunate. And they took it to, I don't know where else it went exactly. I think it took it away from his head and just like into, like some dirt or some, I don't know, who gives a shit? Just some shit that no one cares about and doesn't matter. And so that's where the bullet went, thankfully. And they're going to relive it here.
Sharpshooter, but sniper, because he didn't know there was a problem. He's an extraordinary shot, obviously, and he didn't know there was a problem. And he was able to pick it all out within 5 seconds. And he used one bullet from very far away, I guess probably about 400 yards. The shooter was 130, but he was on the opposite side of the field and the podium.
And what you know about all these numbers is the actual numbers are bigger because Donald Trump is, if anything, very humble. That's why he is the only hope we have of saving society. I'm neutral on him. So when he says that the sniper got him from 400 yards away, it was at least 1,000. He was in Pennsylvania. The sniper, people don't know this, was in Paris, France, preparing for the Olympics. It was that one sharpshooter in all the memes who doesn't have all the shit on his hands, is just like, by the way, again, I have a gun here. I'm just going to pretend this gun. Lampoob says, how does someone lose all the swag from an assassination attempt in such a short amount of time? How fucking dare you? He was shot. His ear completely ripped off. They had to replace it with one of those ears they grow in the back of mice. And you're going to sit here and disrespect a man who literally took a bullet for his country. Okay? Pew, 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 pew. That's me. I'm being the guy who shot Donald Trump, who was Antifa. We all know it. He donated $15 to something. What was it again? It was like an animal shelter or something like that. And everyone knows animal shelters are very, very liberal coded. Okay? So Donald Trump, someone tried to assassinate him. And that's why he's actually leading in the polls. If you remove, and this is the thing, the people who present these polls to you, okay, they want to say Kamala Harris is leading, but they're cheating because they're including people who are likely to vote for Kamala Harris. You're going to do a poll, you'd be like, oh, I want to see who wants to vote. Well, I better get people who are likely to vote for Kamala Harris. That's bullshit, okay? Donald Trump is going to win in a landslide. We all know this. Easily a 51-state landslide. All we need to do is finally make Michigan a state. If we can do that, it'll be the 51st, and Donald Trump will have won in a 51-state landslide.
And he saw the smoke and the flame from the gun, immediately recognized it, and immediately took a shot. And it was one perfect shot from very far away. And if he didn't do
it was a perfect shot. As soon as the guy did it, everyone got that guy. He goes, shit, this is just like that phone call Donald Trump made one time.
that, Elon, he would have, I mean, if he would have, a lot more people could have been badly hurt and killed.
Yeah.
So I have to take my hat off to him because that's also a surreal. You know, he's been with them for 23 years.
It was a flamethrower gun, Hobo with a shotgun says. That's true. What if, goddamn, everyone's just trying to assassinate presidents with like sniper rifles and shit like that? That's dumb. Assassinate a president with something cool. All right? Call me when you can assassinate a president with a goddamn katana. And I think you could do that to Joe Biden by showing him a katana. Just show him his reflection in it, and he'd go, oh, damn, malarkey. And he'd die. Anyone just every now and then just go, oh, shit, Joe Biden's still president. You just kind of remember that, and you're like, oh, yeah, he is just president right now. Huh, he's currently doing the job. It's a great point. Jordan says, this is why we need gun rights, to protect ourselves from the animal shelter snipers, okay? This is what I've long said. That's what I've long said. Because if people were allowed to all have guns at the Trump rally and, hear me out on this one, also be firing them wildly in all directions at all times, this wouldn't have happened, okay? If we can pass my law where you are legally required to bring a shotgun to all public events and every 5 minutes fire it in some direction, okay? Just saying.
Thing like this, and all of a sudden he has to act, and it's a very tough thing to act and to be shooting somebody. But he saw the gun, saw the smoke, saw the flame from the gun, very far away. Obviously has very good eyes. He's got very good vision, which I assume you have to have in that particular work. But he.
Now, what I love about this conversation is you can tell how little Donald Trump has PTSD from this. He still has a lot of high energy. He's not like focusing on weird little details and stammering. He is at no point peeing himself and sweating deep at night. He does not every now and then look at his fake mouse here and go, he's doing good. Adrock says like gravel. I don't get it, but I like it. I like that you said it.
He took aim very quickly, and they say it was approximately 5 seconds from long range, one bullet. If that didn't happen, because the shooter had a lot of bullets, he had a lot of cartridges up there with him, so could have been very.
I mean, that's clearly, he was very competent in taking that shot to stop the attempted assassination. But I mean, there does seem to be, some pretty significant failings elsewhere in the system. Like, there's just no way that, like, how on earth?
Now, this is where Elon Musk kind of likes to imply there might be a little more than what we've seen, okay? Maybe the Secret Service. I'm not saying the Secret Service was behind this. I'm not saying that, okay? I am saying the Secret Service is behind, of course, Donald Trump flying around in Jeffrey Epstein's plane, which he is doing, and you can look that up. And his plane, which there's no evidence he ever fucked children on, okay? That got a flat tire or whatever it is that makes private planes not work. And so consequently, it was replaced by another plane he owns or is renting or something that, of course, was Jeffrey Epstein's plane that he did fuck children on. Jeffrey Epstein. And let's really stress the Steen on that one, if you catch my drift. Don't worry about it. So he is doing that, and that's the actual conspiracy they need to delve into, which is that he's forced to do that by the same Antifa who forced Elon Musk to file a lawsuit to get out of buying X.com.
There's a shooter get on a roof 130 yards away. That seems crazy. I think most people people are wondering how on earth could such a thing happen.
Well, I view it as two ways. There should have been nobody on the roof. There were people, because there were so many tens of thousands of people there. There were people that were seeing him, and there was one woman with.
Yeah, but you don't know. At every Trump rally, someone gets up on the roof and then waves their butt, drops their pants, and goes, "Make America great again! Make America great again!" Then they take a shit on a picture of Nancy Pelosi. It happens at every single rally.
The red shirt and Trump all over it, and she's screaming. And that guy's got a gun. You saw it probably.
Yeah. No,
there's a guy up there with a gun.
It's like, I guess, for my part, I think probably many members of the public are wondering how the heck are, basically people wandering by pointing out there's a guy on the roof with a gun. And they're seeing it, but somehow it's not being addressed. That does seem crazy.
Yeah, well, they're going to learn from this. The communication between the local police, who sort of had an idea, and then ultimately a man.
And this is the thing. Elon Musk is trying to be like, the Secret Service, like they're in conspiracy against you. And Elon Musk is, and Donald Trump is like, don't talk bad about my buddies. They're good friends. We hang out. We watch Kickboxer. We fast forward through the bad parts.
Lifted himself up to the roof, could barely do it because, he was pulling himself up.
Ford, go.
This is crime that's going to be, and I saw it today in
So I've jumped ahead, and they're talking about crime, finally. And Donald Trump has a plan, and he's going to lay it all out. But the basic thing is this. He is going to be the first president to ever make crime illegal. Okay? All these criminals have been doing crime, and everyone's been like, fuck, I want to arrest him, but there's no law against, going into a Walgreens and stealing any magazine we want. Jordan says we should protect our president by banning people from having roofs, especially poor people. That's a great point, man. And, people are like, if I don't have a roof, I'll die of the elements. And I'm going to tell you something. I've seen Disney Pixar's Elemental. The elements are your friends, okay? but not those goddamn fire people. Have you guys seen Elemental? It's the Pixar film. It's about someone who's a water person who's dating a fire person, and the idea is that the different elements are different races in a city, and if you watch it and you're kind of a moderate centrist, you're going to be like, all right, so which race is which? Okay, I think that the Asians are the fire people, which I guess I might have given that to the Hispanics, but okay. But, whatever, sure. The Asians. And then the water people appear to be the Jews, which is not, definitely not what I would have suspected. But, so that's Elemental, and that's why people shouldn't have roofs. It only makes sense.
New York, where somebody was knifed with raped the girlfriend of a man that stood there watching in New York in one of the shelters and started pulling out the knives.
So Donald Trump might at this point just be explaining some cuckold pornography he watched recently. We don't know. Let's let him explore further.
Bad things happen today, but this is happening every day. These are rough people. These are people that are in jail for murder and all sorts of things, and they're releasing them into our country, and they're telling them, if you come back, we're going to kill you. We're going to give you the death penalty or kill you. So they don't want to come back. But these are rough people. These are criminals that make our criminals look like nice people, and it's horrible what they're doing. And
it does kind of make you think, is there a way we could do an Olympics between American criminals and, whatever, Ecuadorian criminals, all the, the Mexicans and the miscellanea? That's what they should do at the border. They should check people in and go, are you Mexican or etc.? What are you? Como aus Venezuela, etc. Yes, so we need to do some sort of criminal-based Olympics with them. But, I think America, we'd probably win at like the Ponzi schemes and the, burning illegal DVD rips and that kind of thing. But the crime where it's like, I kicked a baby into another baby and killed 2 babies, they're going to win that one.
And she's in charge of it because, now she's trying to say she had nothing to do with it. And she's such a liar because she was called the border czar the first day, and it was on the headlines of every newspaper. She
is the border czar, and she knew it. And so some people are saying she made the video where she famously said, don't come. But people don't know that was a JOI video, okay? She wasn't talking about, if you watch it, she goes, don't come, never come, you whiny little piece of shit. Yes, as Lampboob says, and she famously said, come here now, everyone please. Because she said, don't come. If I see you come, you've been a naughty little boy. That's if you're jacking off your penis. If you're an immigrant, come in me. I'm stuck in a washer. Come in me. That's what Kamala Harris said, and I thought it was inappropriate, quite frankly.
The borders are, and she never even went there. She went to one location which had nothing to do with where the problem is.
Mm-hmm. That is true. As a border czar, I don't think it was really a great idea for her to go to Des Moines, Iowa. And she goes, I don't see any illegal border crossings here. She did say, if you come here, make sure you have COVID. That's even better. They did it for every person who tried to come over the border. They said, all right, and here's your papers. Here's a free cell phone. Here's $1,000. Here's addresses of everyone who voted Republican. And here's COVID-19. Give you a little shot, and then they sent you in. And, that's why we can't have a white entertainment television.
She went in and out, I guess, because she was getting a lot of pressure, but had nothing to do with the problem is. But she was the border czar, and people can't allow them to get away with their disinformation.
Now, see, some people are watching this and they're like, wow, Elon Musk really comes off like a little beta bitch in that his whole fucking platform didn't work and everything was 30-minute lates and it sounds like shit. And he literally has $100 billion and he can't do a live stream with video, even though this asshole from Columbuston, Ohio somehow figured it out. That's weird. Why can't he do any of this? And when he's trying to interview Trump, he tries to say like, Mr. Trump, what if you? And Trump just goes, shut the fuck up, nerd, and just keeps talking right over him. And that's rude. Cut that out, okay? What's actually happening is Elon is just a gracious interviewer, okay? Did Charlie Rose need to butt in and have an opinion every time, James Carville was talking? No. Did Charlie Rose need to, and I think this is what he was Me Too'd for, call interns into his office where he was wearing a robe and then he just dropped it and his old dick was out? Did he need to do that? Legally, yes. That was legislation in the Clinton administration. I wasn't for it, but it happened.
Campaign. Now she's trying to say that she wasn't really involved, and the whole thing is horrible. She was totally.
Yeah, Hope with a Shotgun says the two richest people in the world and the best we can do is speakerphone. Again, look, Elon, I don't want to tell you what to do, okay? You're a cool guy with a normal body. Everyone loves you. No one goes, wow, this man is reaching levels of divorce we didn't even know were possible. No one says that. That being said, Elon, you've got $1 billion, okay? Give me like 10 grand. I'll set it up. I'll bring over. You don't need much, honestly, Elon. You really don't need much, okay? I got a Rode, with the Class A servo-based preamps, Aphex on board. I got a Rodecaster Pro over here. Shure SM7B, Sony ZV-1 camera. I'll get that set up, okay? A Restream subscription. It's like $160. All right? Someone sent Elon an SM7B. He can't have this one. All right? I paid for it. I didn't drive to the nearest big city during the Black Lives Matter riots, break into a Best Buy, grab one of these and go, it's okay when I do it. I didn't do that. Stop saying that.
In charge. She could have shut the border down without him. He didn't know what he was doing anyway, so he wouldn't have even known what happened. You could shut the border down. Point. He wouldn't even know the difference. But the fact is that she was border czar. But if you don't have to call her that. The fact is you could just call her, she was in charge of the border, and the border was the worst ever.
It's simply not working.
You can call her that. You can go, so miss, she was in charge of the border and the border was the worst ever. What's your plan for, controlling grocery prices? I know we've been yelling that we need to lower grocery prices and do inflation, stop inflation. I know we've been yelling about that for a while. What's your plan for it? I'm going to stop price gouging. Communism. Don't come at me with this fucking communism, okay? If I pay less than $8 for a bag of baked Lays, that's full-on communism. You know who else paid less than $8 for a bag of baked Lays? Joseph Stalin. I believe I rest my case. I believe my case has, in fact, been rested.
No, it's horrible.
Whether it's a question of intent.
All right, so now he's talking, and so it's not interesting anymore. That's a good point. Jordan says it's so unfair the Dems sent 1 million DDoSers to block the 1 million people trying to connect to the stream. Well, that's why eventually, because they kept trying to do DDoSers at the same time, they were bringing in immigrants from Honduras, from Ecuador, from Puerto Rico, from Canada, from Southern California, immigrants to America. They were bringing them in to do DDoS attacks, and at the same time, everyone was signing up to watch it, and then eventually, more people signed up to watch, and everyone who's DDoSing goes, oh man, guess we lost. And then they fucking killed themselves, which was pretty cool. So now that Elon's talking, we're going to jump ahead to another point because he is really cool.
And then he ends up being governor of Illinois. So, what? Is he going to be a great governor? And,
I believe he is at this point talking, of course, about Jussie Smollett, who is currently, I think, the governor of Illinois.
You have people, I could name every one of them. I got to know every one of these, and some are very good and some are just horrible.
Well, I think that, the larger point here, too, as you're saying,
Again, Elon, man, you can, you don't even need to get a whole setup. You can do it on your phone. You can get, a mic that'll connect to your phone. You don't even need to get a dongle. It'll go right USB-C. You can get that. You got enough money, bro.
A lot of people are concerned about the economy. A lot of people are concerned about inflation, and inflation is effectively a tax on people that save money and for people that are working day to day. It's just a form of taxation. And if we can solve the government spending problem, we'll
David Watson says Dominican disruption of service. Good point.
solve the inflation problem,
Good
which
one.
means people will have a better standard of living, and that's
So again, he's talking a lot, and we're going to go ahead because he's too charismatic. I can't deal with it.
And I actually think
He's still
solar-
talking.
And
There we
that's
go.
why we had
There,
such
now
good
we're with
numbers.
it.
I was going to add 200 miles. We bought it. We could have flipped it up in 3 weeks, and they sold it for 5 cents on the dollar. That meant, I said, wow, that means that they actually do want to have open borders. She wants to have open borders, and now she's going like she's tough on the border.
So I believe we jumped ahead an hour, and they're still talking about the border, which is good because it hasn't been fixed yet. I think they checked at the end of this whole 2-hour interview. They go, "What's up with the border?" And Elon goes, "I actually just checked, and it turns out they're still transing the kids through the border." And he goes, "All right, we got to keep talking about it. She was so bad at the border." And you know Donald Trump really cares about fixing up the border because he addresses the real issues, which is namely Kamala Harris being there.
It's such a lie.
Simply not true. This is simply not true.
No, and everybody knows it's not true. It's a disgrace that she can say it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, obviously what's happening sort of overnight is they're rewriting history and making Kamala sound like a moderate when in fact she is far left.
All right, so pretty boring. She is a far-left radical communist. You are definitely correct about that. When she gets elected, if she gets elected, which she won't, polls are all fake, 100% Donald Trump is guaranteed to win. Internalize that, save that in your heart, and only vote in person on election day. Any other moderate's interest, maybe you didn't leave the left left you, maybe you just believe in good old-fashioned values like not molesting kids, okay? Every year you go to do your ballot and you just write on it, "Don't molest the kids." And they go, "That makes it invalid and you actually can't vote." And he goes, "Fayo, groomer." "Okay, groomer." "Sir, this isn't a polling place. You've walked into a Tim Hortons in Canada. This isn't even the country you're trying to vote in." "Okay, groomer." Anyway, I literally forgot what I was talking about, but I'm sure it was really important and cool.
And I want to congratulate you. You've done an amazing job. You have definitely got a fertile mind. You and I can talk about rockets. And
I think that's Donald Trump looking to get some head. You know what I'm saying? That kind of sounds like that to me. Let me tell you something. I've always thought you had a fertile mind, and maybe it's time to inseminate it. Foom, foom, foom.
Thank you.
Well, tunnels, we can talk about tunnels and rockets and electric cars, so many things. And now
he references the tunnel, which is, and you can tell Elon Musk truly is the Tony Stark and Pablo Picasso. In a lot of ways, Elon Musk is nature's Tony Stark. He invented the tunnel, the Hyperloop it was called, to get from Las Vegas to LA, where they were like, how can we beat traffic? All right, I got a great idea. What if at no point you can pass anyone? What if it's all just a straight line under the ground? Zip, 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 but you can't pass anyone because passing is what makes cars stop. So Jordan says we need a wall around Minnesota now, too, to keep tampon. Why don't we call them timpons? Great idea. Tampon Tim out of our country. Great point. And we do need to build a wall around Minnesota. First, we let the replacements out. Okay, they have to reunite. Them and Soul Asylum come out, and Prince's dead body. We got to work on getting that, reanimated, kind of a Stuart Gordon situation. But then we build a wall around it. And also, Lamp, you're the mod. Can we remove the word tampon? Can we just ban that so that can't be said ever, and I never have to hear it because it's kind of gross and I don't like it?
You're into the AI, and that's going to be another beauty, I'll say. So it's an amazing thing you've done, Elon. It's an amazing thing, and I congratulate you.
I mean, thank you. And I just say here, here's to an exciting, inspiring future that people can look forward to and be optimistic and excited about what happens next. And that's the kind of future that I think you will bring as president, and that's why I endorse you.
Well, I appreciate that endorsement.
Now, Elon, you might have seen him there say that he endorsed Donald Trump, but that doesn't mean he endorsed him. Much like my endorsement of Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the person who I most want to be president next. I don't mean it to say I want this person to be president next. That would be silly.
Meant a lot to me. Not all endorsements mean that much, to be honest. Your endorsement meant a lot.
Oh, Hope with a Shotgun points out also the word fertile. Yeah, okay, so let's just get a running tab. Tampon, fertile, moisture. Definitely get rid of that one. I'll hear other ideas, yeah.
And, we have a phrase, make America great again. It's pretty simple.
Oh, they have a phrase? I haven't heard that yet.
But it really says that we want to make America great again. And we can do it. We can do it now. But if we were going to suffer another 4 years like we've suffered for the last 4 years, I'm not sure the country can ever come back.
Jordan says, I'm sorry, and I also apologize to Mr. Musk. Indeed you do. But you need to refer to him by his proper nom de plume, which of course is attack helicopter. That's what he identifies as. Hell yeah, dude.
how bad it is. It's so bad. We have to do a lot of things.
Real risk.
Yeah, it's a big risk. Yeah.
And it's, I'd just like to note to people listening, like, I've not been very political before, and if you look at my chart,
I mean, you can be like, you should say, I've not been very political. I mean, sure, like everybody, I bought American Idiot in 2004. I was into it. It was a good album. Only later I found it was disrespecting our president.
record, I've actually been, I'm not like, sometimes they try to paint me as like a far right guy, which is absurd because I'm like making electric vehicles and, solar. And
by hand, by the way. He makes all the electric vehicles. He goes to the factory with a hammer and goes, hey guys, time to work. Time to maybe do some work. And then he personally is hammering all of these cyber trucks together, which is why they work so good and always start.
About just helping with the environment, and I actually I supported Obama. I stood in line for 6 hours to shake Obama's hand when he was running.
Now, granted, he did after he shook his hand said, "Let me tell you something, sir. I loved you in Purple Rain, Morris Day. Where's the time?" So he might have been a little confused as to who he was meeting in that moment, but
President, and so it's not like I'm like some sort of dyed-in-the-wool long-term Republican. I call myself, historically a moderate Democrat.
A moderate, he almost said moderate centrist. Ooh, if he had. Some people are calling Elon Musk a milquetoast fence sitter. And I think that's true, but guess what? The fence was made with AI.
But now I feel like we're really at a critical juncture for the country, I think a lot of people thought the Biden administration would be a moderate administration, but it's not, and obviously
it's radical left. Ever since Joe Biden has taken over, private property is not allowed unless you're trans. If you are not trans, you are not allowed to own anything. Like, I'd like a spoon. And the government goes, our spoon. And you go, all right, give me the estrogen pills so I can have a spoon. I need to get bimbo-fied so I can have a spoon. All right, so we kind of get it. Let's go to the end here. All right, play this.
We rebuilt the military. We did so much, but I also learned the best people. I learned the good people, the smart people, the dumb people, the people that can do things. The people, you learn. When I first came in, I tell
a lot of sniffing. I think he might have had a cold, unfortunately.
People, I was in Washington, D.C. only 17 times, according to the fake news media. I was in 17 times. I never stayed over. And you don't know people. You rely on other people to give you names, and then you realize the people you relied on weren't so good. Now, we had great people, but we also had some where I wouldn't have, used them had I known. Yeah. Now I know everybody.
He knows everyone in Washington, D.C. Donald Trump wakes up every morning, goes to the local coffee shop himself. He walks there. He could drive. He knows how to do it. He's driven so many cars. He definitely knows what all the pedals do. Lamp Boob says, but also I'm on my period, so maybe I just have to wait. So maybe we ban you for bringing that grossness in here. Okay, women, figure it out. We've given you all the tools. We've given you all you need. We have diapers for you. We got so many different kinds of ibuprofen. Keep us out of it and figure it out.
And I think we're going to really turn things around fast. We have no choice, otherwise we're not going to have a country. And I really appreciate this. To me, it's been a lot of fun being with you. You're an amazing guy. You've done an incredible job and a great inspiration to people. A great inspiration. And I hope you keep going and just continue to do well. And we're going to have a big election coming up. And I think November 5th will be the most important day in the history of our country. I think
it's going to be a big one. Now, what you might notice here is that this audio is a little bit cleaner. If you were listening to it on the night, Donald Trump had a bit of what some are calling a bit of a suffering thuckatath kind of thing, where when he talked, it almost sounded, and I'm getting so many really, really cool messages. He kind of had a suffering thuck. He almost had a lisp kind of thing going on, and that's part of the DDoS attack. What do you think the S stands for? Okay? Is dentures, denial on, what's the word I'm looking for? Lisp, which is the S stands for lisp. D is for dentures. You're correct. Okay? So he talked really, really well. I think this was great. And personally, I am again steadfast in my dedication as a moderate centrist to support and vote for Donald Trump. I am endorsing RFK Jr., and I will be voting for him, and I love RFK Jr., but I'm not like endorsing him, and I don't like love him. Okay? Okay? Oh, we got 8 viewers. Oh, hell yeah. All right, guys, I got to pee. Then I'm going to come back and we'll do one more bit, and then we'll get the hell out of here. Okay? I will just play now the rest in peace to boxing video on a loop. So enjoy that.
Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would it be the same if I saw you in heaven? I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven.
R.I.P. we just killed the club. Drink Patron out the bottle, almost killed the thug. When I'm so high, I can't feel the drug. Too many haters in the air, I don't feel the love. Look, R.I.P. R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. What? R.I.P. we just killed the club. Yeah, R.I.P. I'm in a brand new drop top Rory with 3 bitches. Tight be in the middle of trial with 3 snitches. Man, I hit up every club in your city, where niggas at? I be in every club in the hood, where niggas at? Pull up, jump out, stunning like I was baby on my cocaine cowboy shit.
Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would it be the same if I saw you in heaven? I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven.
R.I.P. we just killed the club. Drink Patron out the bottle, almost killed the thug. When I'm so high, I can't feel the drug. Too many haters in the air, I don't feel the love. Look, R.I.P. R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. What? R.I.P. we just killed the club. Yeah, R.I.P. I'm in a brand new drop top Rory with 3 bitches. Tight be in the middle of trial with 3 snitches. Man, I hit up every club in your city, where niggas at? I be in every club in the hood, where niggas at? Pull up, jump out, stunning like I was baby on my cocaine cowboy shit.
All right, computer, look up. Are periods real? Women are making those up, right? Those are... Oh, we're back. Hi, guys. Oh, my God. I could beat up all the women in those videos, too. I could beat them up. I think they're so fucking tough. So, JD Vance, let's talk about him. Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing a segment on Juris Doctor Advance. Look at this guy. Now, as I have mentioned before, listen, it's my little claim to fame. I did go to high school with JD Vance. We both went to Columbuston, Ohio's #1. Ooh, I've received 100 messages today with Livestream chat, with Restream chat. I'm going to tweet that. By tweet, I mean exit. That's the actual term, right? I don't know where I got that other word. It's crazy. Not weird. He's maybe the least weird guy, okay? We went to high school together. We went to George Lincoln Rockwell High School. Go! We don't need to talk. We don't need to talk about what the mascot is. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, okay? Yeah, you exit. Duh. Listen, was our mascot the fighting? We don't need to get into it, okay? You don't need to be weird, okay? He's a normal guy, and he was normal then. Look at how he shaves his beard. That's how a normal person shaves their beard. Some are saying that me and JD Vance have a similar kind of skull shape, and we were in the phrenology club together, so that, does make sense. He's a cool guy. We grew up together. He later left to go join the army, where he personally stopped the war on terror. He's the guy who did it. No one, okay, murders. No one murdered more Taliban than J.D. Vance. Jordan says J.D. Vance wears eyeliner because he's secretly Batman, who is real, just like Hannibal Lecter. That is true, and there was a thing recently, and Donald Trump's kind of gotten away from it, but recently one of his big sort of issues he was talking about on his stump speech was that Silence of the Lambs is good. Honestly, it spoke to me. It is quite good. J.D. Vance, people say he wore eyeliner. Okay, there's no proof that he's ever worn eyeliner. Definitely no photographic proof. The late, great Hannibal Lecter, great point. So there he is. So this photo got leaked recently of J.D. Vance, current vice presidential nominee, current future vice president, 100% guaranteed, all right? 51 state landslide, as long as we add another Dakota. Why isn't there Middle Dakota? Just saying. So in high school, while we were hanging out together, listen, okay. So the picture is real. I can confirm it. I did take it. I'm the guy who took this photo of J.D. Vance. He was only dressed like that because we believe in traditional theater. You understand me? Not all this woke bullshit where women play women. No. So we were doing Annie. I know Annie's famously a redhead, but okay, your school had enough money to afford different wigs or actual wigs, not just the scalps of old people. Okay? We grew up working class, me and J.D. Vance. Both of us. And that we worked in class and that, well, so there is a level of sweatshop that many call sub-Bangladeshi. If you wore a pair of Asics shoes in the past 20 years, thank me and JD. Okay, we put those together. So he was doing a production of Annie, and this was the best costume he had. And he did come out and start singing, "The sun will come out tomorrow." And that did violate Columbuston city laws to at no point imply the earth is not flat. So consequently, that didn't really work too well. But, you know, that's the story behind this photo. It's not like a big deal. You don't need to be weird about the photo, okay? Now, in this other photo we took right here of him backstage hanging out, and it was going to be the cover of his album. He was going to make a real, a hard rock album, okay? Inspired by all the punk bands we loved, like Shinedown or Hoobastank. That kind of just hard metal energy. And in that photo, does he kind of look like Ivanka Trump? Is there a similarity between these two people? I don't know. That being said, I remember at the time we were sitting there watching television, and Ivanka Trump came on TV because she was a cast member of The Real World, I think. I don't remember. But he just goes, "See, someday I'm going to marry that girl." And I said, "You're going to marry her, JD?" And he goes, "No, of course not. I'm going to marry an Indian woman. But someday I'm going to look enough like her that her dad fucks me." And I don't know if that's true. I presume it's not. There are reports that behind the scenes, Donald Trump is admiring JD's eyes. And I would know how great those eyes are. I picked them. We did this, the same old person that we stole the scalp from for the hair. We did take their eyeballs, popped them right in. And he goes, "Oh my God, I see all their memories. I'm in World War II now. I'm seeing the camps. Oh my God, these are terrible. We must never let this happen again." And then I plucked the eyeballs out and he goes, "Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God." That was exhausting. Does he look like Ivanka? What do you guys think? Some would say his eyes are dreamy. That's too. Oh, that's a good point. You're mistaken. What he said was he admires when Joe dies. That's a good point. I don't know what you're saying, and I don't remember what's in reference to anything I said. I don't know how time works. In fact, it is a flat circle. But he does have dreamy eyes. I agree with Hobo with a Shotgun on this one, definitely. Now this photo came out. This was a new addition to the J.D. Vance's weird collection, which he's not. He's extremely normal, okay? And right here, so a couple things. This is a tradition in Columbuston. where you take the most popular guy, which he was. He was a dreamboat. He was the captain of the dogfighting team. Dogfighting is the #1 sport here in Columbus 10, but we do it a little different. The dogs fight people. You get a hungry dog and a hungry boy too, because we were not eating much. All right. You know the Salisbury steak? You know the Salisbury steak? Oh, Lampoob says you ruined my bake. Get your shit together. I won't. I'm not gonna. My shit's gonna stay loose. Loose! So yeah, you know the Salisbury steak or the square pizza you'd get in school? We didn't get any of that, okay? We had largely tires to eat at George Lincoln Rockwell High School. And every now and then, a Burger King truck to bring frozen patties would take a wrong turn and end up in Columbuston. And that's when we ate. So he was very popular. And the theme that they would do here is they would get 3 women who were pregnant at the time to pretend to be peeing. So all of these women, and this is a 5th grade photo. There's weird things with the hormones in the water, and it's a thing. So, they were peeing because of the hormones in the water thing, they do grow penises, when you get pregnant. Then you deliver the baby. The film Junior, the Ivan Reitman, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito, Emma Thompson film, was it based on Columbuston? Is there a credit that says based on the city of Columbuston? Yes. Did we see a cent from it? No. 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 When Trump is elected, JD's wife will turn white like Fiona in Shrek. That is also my takeaway from the end of Shrek, is that she turned white. So yeah, he would have them pretend to pee at the urinal, and he goes, aha, very funny. Now, there is a companion photo to this that hasn't been released, and it's of me peeing sitting down. And I'm crying because it was funny. I wasn't forced to do anything I didn't want to do, okay? Fuck, I'm getting flashbacks. Fuck. They set me down on the toilet. And then they said, if you stand up, this whole school will blow up. We just saw Lethal Weapon 2 and we're redoing it. And I said, shit. I said, I'm too old for this shit. And they said, you are. You're 27 and you're still at this high school bathroom. Okay, so that's a funny bit. Danny Glover going, I'm too old for this shit. And it turns out he's at like a middle school bathroom or something like that. That's funny. Saturday Night Live. Let me host. So yeah, that's fun. Now, we got to address this. We got to talk about it. People were referencing it in the chat earlier. Listen. There is a disgusting liberal lie that says J.D. Vance had sex with a couch. And I can attest that J.D. Vance has never once been sexually attracted to couches. And I would know because we spent a lot of time on the couch. We'd sit there. We'd play video games. Every now and then we'd be like, I can't wait to get out of this town, man. And JD would go, leave my house. I'm not going to give you any more Hawaiian punch. So JD Vance never had sex with a couch. That is a bald-faced lie. It is disrespectful. Stop saying that. I'm done with it. But if he did fuck a couch, it would kind of look like this, I think. He wouldn't just be fucking some dirty, disgusting couch, okay? He would have sex with a cool, modern couch like that. This is an arty couch. In terms of couches, this is the equivalent of like a Tisch School art hoe who maybe has like purple hair and they cut their own bangs and they have a bunch of tattoos, you know? But you know that as soon as they graduate with a BA, they're getting married and going to the suburbs, you know, and every now and then they're going to be like, I do have a BA in... What kind of glove? That's a great question. Isotoners, because he always was an O.J. Simpson fan. So this is the kind of couch J.D. Vance would have intercourse with if he was the kind of weird freak who did that. Or alternatively, he'd have sex with this kind of couch, which is also a real nice couch. This is like a real classy looking kind of couch, you know? You fuck this couch, you're like, shit, I hope I get it pregnant because our baby's going to be royalty. That couch clearly has a butthole, Jordan says. Not wrong. God, what if women had this many buttholes? What if And this is the kind of question science will not answer. Neil deGrasse Tyson, answer me this. What if assholes on a human woman were like nipples on a pregnant cat? There were just 8 of them in a row. What if? Truly, what if? So JD Vance, some are asking, is he worried? Is he concerned out there? He's not, man. He's not, okay? I know what's going on with JD Vance. And he recently, not trying to brag, but he recently gave me a call. By that I mean a text. By that I mean a WhatsApp message. But also the European government can't hack this. He said, Steve, bro. Steve, I'm not feeling good, man. Not feeling good about this election. I think everyone dislikes me. And I said, all polls are fake. And he goes, I know, but still, will you jump into the campaign? Will you be our campaign manager? And I said, sure, man. I said, I got a winning strategy. JD, Juris Doctor Advance, I got a winning strategy for you. To defeat the lying, communist, quite frankly, Luciferian communist Democrats, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to a strategy that worked for us in high school. Okay? We are, of course, going to bully special needs people. That is the trick, Demon Rats, Duke Vulture says. We need to find several people with Down syndrome that support Joe Biden, okay? Or Kamala Harris. They're the same thing, really. And they'll love them because what did the developmentally disabled love? Free candy, which is all the Democrats are offering, okay? So we find them, we round them all up, okay? And then we point at them and we go, ha 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 ha, we're better than you. We're better. That's the trick. Huh. This does kind of make me think of senior prom where, you know, they put me in the center of the room and JD Vance, who was elected prom king and queen, and so to commiserate it, he jacked off on stage. They said, you may now kiss the bride, which is what they say at proms in Ohio. And he goes, sounds good, man. He did point right at me and go, ha ha, we're better than you. We're better than you. What did that mean? Why did he tell me he's going to give me a K-Hive t-shirt? Why did he say he's going to give me a t-shirt with that picture of Kamala Harris doing Wakanda Forever on it and then send me to events? I don't get it. Anyway, that's the JD Vance segment. All right, guys, did we have fun? Did we enjoy ourselves, everybody? I think we had fun. I had fun. All right, guys, hope you liked it. Be sure to like and subscribe, like it says, okay, down there. Follow me on Patreon for $5 a month. You get a bonus episode weekly. You get all sorts of stuff. Yeah, this was fun. Love ya. Love you too, Lamp Boobs. We did have fun, Duke Vulture. You have fun, and you learn here. Okay, so to send us off, I'm just going to have to play the song again.